Good morning. I wanted to start by talking with you about Ben. Ben is in his 40s and has lived much of his adult life in a group home. He wasn't happy there and he always wanted to live in his own home. By working with Milparinka, Ben now lives with his housemate, Colleen. Now, Ben has much more control about how he lives. He chooses to get up to see the sunrise from the rooftop of his apartment every morning. My name is Anna Burke. I'm the Policy and Government Relations Manager here at the Summer Foundation. Today, I'll be talking about the work the Summer Foundation has done this year to help grow individualised living arrangements, or ILAs for short. We've done this work alongside organisations and people with disability. In Western Australia and Victoria, we met people with disability who told us their stories of living how they want. There's Ben and Colleen, who I mentioned before, who live together as housemates. There's Megan with her housemate. Leon lives on his own and is supported by mentors when he needs them. Carl is supported by co-residents. These are all different types of individualised living arrangements, where how a person with disability lives is designed with them based on their needs. We found that around 520 people are supported by a provider to live with a housemate, a host, a mentor or a co-resident. We also know that there are many others who live how they want without working with a provider. More than 500 people seems like a lot, but there are 40,000 people with high support needs supported by the NDIS. For many of this group, their only choice has been a group home. In the UK, about 10,000 people live in a host or home share arrangement. And in Canada, host is the main way people with disability live outside of the family home. Providers and capacity building organisations told us what needs to change. People with disability and the living supporters who support them told us what works for them. We found out that supporting people through an ILA provides better outcomes and is more cost effective for government. We found out that for ILAs to grow, government needs to support them and make it clearer how they can happen. And people with disability and their families need to know that they are an option. And there needs to be a workforce that is skilled at helping people design and manage how they want to live. We put all of this in a report called Moving Out, Moving On. One of the biggest issues we heard from the community is whether housemates and hosts have to pay tax on any NDIS funding they receive. We picked up work done by WA Individualised Services, or WAIS, and supported KPMG on a paper about tax concession recommendations for living supported. We've also spoken to ministers, the opposition and public servants about what ILAs are and what is needed for them to grow across the country. After we met in Canberra, Minister McAllister, who's the Minister for the NDIS, wanted to meet with Ben and Colleen. We believe the government is keen to see these arrangements grow across the country, and we look forward to working together to make this happen. This year we've learned 4 really important things. That people with disability need information about different ways that they could live. We've learned that government understanding of different ways to live and support for these arrangements is key to people with disability having more choice in where they live, who they live with, and how they are supported. We've also learned that there's significant skill and experience across Australia in supporting people with disability to design and manage how they want to live. And we also learned that opportunities to come together and share knowledge and experiences about supporting people to build ILAs are important for providers and people with disability and their networks. We've made good progress, but the job isn't done. We'll be working with government on the recommendations in the Moving Out, Moving On report. We'll also publish a policy report on safeguarding ILAs in Australia. We're looking forward to continuing to work to make ILAs an option for more NDIS participants across Australia. Thank you for listening.